Oh, hit my head on the beam. I think I got that foam up there. Yeah, I put that foam on the beam because I've shaved it. I got much turf left up here. I'm shaving it off every time I hit it. And we're gonna feed the wood burner while we're waiting for a few of you. Few as yins, as Pittsburgh people would say. Oh, look at that. Hi, Mr. Kaiser. How are you doing? I'm going to put some cherry logs on this. Gwen, I know what you're doing. Oh, one more. Ah, John, Zach, country boy. Stuff a few logs on the stove and we'll go upstairs and get this party started. I don't know if it's much of a party. Chad Isaac, what's up? How are you, my friend? Cal Rains. Trying to get it toasty. It isn't seasoned very well, so it's not burning up. Saw a surgeon. Okay. I got a question for you. Let me get set up and then we'll ask the question. Ooh, got Doc. Logging Daddy, Andy Cobb. Andy Cobb, I just watched one of your videos today on the YouTube. Who are we gonna wear today? We'll wear Rotobeck today. How about that? The Rotobeck hat on. Yeah. Fine guys, Rotobeck sent that over. So we got 37. Employment saw burnt to the ground. Wait, whoa. Old employment saw burnt to the ground Friday night. What do you mean? What are you talking about, Chad? Steve, what's up? Dustin, George, Jason Mall. Let me get on the interwebs here so I can read your comments a little easier. Oh, man. Got that a little... See that, Steve? Read it back. Oh, yeah. That's what you were telling me. Lenny Long, what's up? We don't need in there. We need to get on the YouTube. So, the moral of tonight's live feed is I went and done it again. What did I do, you ask? Well, Friday, cutting from a man. This is interfering with things. Let's get that around backwards like that. Yeah. So Friday, we was cutting away with Nate, and you'll hear it in the videos. I got plenty of video, and but you won't see him here for a little bit because I've got to get through the paces. So
my husband and I both have neuropathies.
Oh, we don't need that. So what happened was, I was not prepared. I've got messages, things. I burned up another saw. I toasted another 372. It still runs, so I think the problem is the bearings are out of it, or the bearing seals, or I don't know if it's sucking air somewhere or what it's doing, but it sounds god-awful. It feels more like bearings. And the funny thing is, yeah, real funny, Steve, but no. The great thing about the 372 is, and I don't know how much of a rumor this is, but I noticed the Good Friends at Stalls had a sale, and it said 372s available November 17th. I don't know if the sale's still going or not. I don't think it is. It might be. But and someone messaged before I even could, said, hey, I thought they quit making them. And the fella at Stalls, to my surprise, I was like wicked happy to hear this, that he said they will be available for purchase for the foreseeable future. So that means they must still be making them. So it must have been enough people bitching that they liked them. Why would you discontinue them? To hell with the emissions. It's a damn chainsaw. I spill more gas on the ground than the difference in the emissions in the two saws. Not on purpose, but anybody runs saw, you get in a hurry, you get oil spillage. So, Jeff Rhodes wants to know how my hunting season's been. It was good. Shot that buck in archery. West Virginia was really, really slow. We had a couple nice No, it's not. No, it's not, Steve, because I asked. I already asked. It's not leftover. He said he can get as many as he wants, as much as he wants. So, there's West Virginia was not that good. Had good bucks on camera. They wouldn't move. They just disappeared like a fart in the wind. We don't know what happened there. Right on, Indiana Firewood. Right on, buddy. Nice. Okay. But I burned one up, and this was the one. GMB, I've ran the 460s and the 461s. I like them. They're not bad saws. But this was the one that was rebuilt once. It was a warranty rebuild. It went bad before the year time was up, so I sent it back, and it was gone for like a year either way. Long story short, the people I sent it to, there was a mix-up. We got it taken care of. They rebuilt the saw. And, what's it called? It just burned out again. So, I got the word out now. I'm getting the feelers out for 3 rebuilds, total rebuilds, for a 2 the X-Torque 372s and 1 non-X-Torque. What's up, MSL? Okay, so saw surgeon. Do you want to rebuild some saws for me? If I get the parts and get them to you, you want to? They're total rebuild. I mean, it's from basically just case up. So about the only thing you'd be keeping is a gas tank and the main case. I want new bearings, new seals, new case seals, everything. Muffler maybe. Yes, make sure you hold the phone sideways, John, okay? And then I might just have you email them to me because they'll come through at a better quality. We'll see. We'll try. We'll figure something out. Remember, phone sideways. It's wet around here. I'm actually working in Ohio right now. Holy crap, that's big, Neil. God damn. Okay, so OTF7 says I need a track machine. Well, I'll tell you what, I agree with you. I will never, ever, ever stop hand falling with a chainsaw. It's something I love. It's something I really, it's something it's not going away. So I just bought a wheeled cutter not too long ago. Got a little work to do to it, but it's a Tiger Cat 720, a good machine, the lower hours. And the reason I don't buy a track cutter is because I work alone. I'm one man. I don't care if I had all the state-of-the-art, latest, greatest equipment out there. I cannot move enough wood in a month's time to make the payments on big stuff like that. So everyone says, well, buy a used one. Well, a decent used cutter is in the $150,000 range. A decent used cutter. And that's still going to have issues. It's going to be in the hour range. We're going to start worrying about pumps, seals, bushings into booms, boom pins, things like that. And you're going to start worrying about undercarriage parts. That shit is expensive. So it's just too much. Plus, procuring the timber to supply something, a machine, there's no downtime. You cannot have, when you're running equipment of that size and that dollar amount. All right, thanks, Saw Surgeon. And you can't. So the guy I do most of my contract cutting for, it's just, sometimes you can buy all the timber in the world, and other times you just can't. You hit dry spells. It's just what it is. We blew through the job I was on, my part of the job I was on, way faster than even I thought I was going to. It just went smooth. We had good weather, which was the big thing. Somebody's sending me text messages that I can't read right now. Who's sending this? If somebody got fired, Captain Tom, you message him. Mikey sold the bike. I seen he's looking for a quad. So, old dough. I'm just trying to catch up on comments, guy, here. We got 2 more days. Well, we have another week of PA's rifle season this week. Well, gun season. Oh, I don't think Mama's going to go for that, Steve, but good. Best of luck to you. So, okay, so we talked about, so Chris Kaiser made a good comment there. If you read that little comment he just put up. It's all about cost to profit ratio. So yeah, you can run the biggest, baddest equipment. You can move 40, 50 loads a week. You know, that's an average crew. Good crews, 40, 50 loads a week. Now, I mean, you got to have somebody that's buying a lot of timber for you. A lot. You almost have to be working for a huge mill to be able to procure that amount of acreage and footage to move. So say you're moving 40 to 50 loads a week. And you got to pay that, you know, you've got fairly, let's not even say brand new, but fairly new. First thing, you have equipment payments. Because the biggest problem with forestry equipment is having the ability to pay it off before it breaks and goes to shit. Because it's forestry. I don't care how much you take care of it, stuff is going to break. Woods is hard on equipment. Then you have insurance costs. Then you have upkeep costs. You know what I mean? All these things, moving it, you know, just, oh God, it's so much. So you've got somebody who's got all that equipment moving 40, 50 loads a week. At the end of the week, by the time I pay all their bills and all their crew and all their insurance and all their comp and all that stuff, is actually going to take home in his pocket, the guy that's running the whole show, is going to take home less than that one guy that has that old Timberjack 240 or, you know, 340 or whatever it is, and cable skidder, and he's just pulling 6, 7 loads a week, 10 loads a week. That guy's going to end up putting way more in his pocket than this other guy. He's got way less overhead. So it's all about cost to profit ratio. And every person in every area has a different happy spot. You know, everyone, so where my cost to profit ratio area is going to be different than the guy cutting up north or a guy out west or a guy up, you know, northeast. You got to find what you're comfortable with and what you're doing. Some of these places, these guys can make that big crews work. And other places, it's just the availability. The timber's there, but the volume's not there. So it's something you got to take into account when you're trying to do this. A lot of people learned the hard way. I did when I bought that skidder. I just couldn't keep the material moving. Now, that was a perfect storm of bad. Market's going down. Hi, Mama Billa. The market is going down. At the time, the weather was shit. You could not work in the woods. I remember that year we got 1.5 inches of rain on New Year's Eve. 1.5 inches of rain. And it just, you gotta know what, you gotta be careful. So, like I said, I got a bit off a little more than I could chew then. So, hopefully it doesn't happen with the cutter. I'm getting a little scared, but you just gotta put the daddy pants on and move on with life, you know, I guess. So, Wisconsin timber cutter saying, but at least the log market is starting to swing in a good direction. At least up here. It is a little bit. Yes, it is. Slick Chick, how are you? Oh, Josh, I mean, depends. I've seen, when I say a new cutter, I'm talking 3,000 hours and less. They're going for 300 grand plus. Track machines, you know, leveling cabs. Skidders, 100 grand's gonna buy you a good one. So I'd say on average $200,000 a piece of equipment. Oh, you guys see that? Look at that. I got bit the other day got in a fight with a hard maple bough. Slapped me good. Ooh. Ooh. All righty, Johnny boy, we'll see ya. Wow, you getting out of my school already, MSL. All that weather must have stayed south for us. We're good for until next weekend. No sun, but at least it's no rain. Billy Shamani, very nice. Nice. Was you on the homestead there, or did you take him out to a job? $230,000. There you go. John has it. Teach him young, Steve. Teach him young. Matt Sexton, still just contract cutting. Buying your own timber's tough, man. You know what I mean? It's hard. I'm not ready to bite off that big of a piece. If I can find some little chunks here and there, that's where I'm going to start out, I think. Up the mega, dropping dead ash. Nice, very nice. Be good. Is it still good for firewood, Steve, or is yours too far gone? You guys, I think yours is still good. Ours is punky, nasty mess. MSLs is so wet, he's not doing nothing for a bit. You can sled ride down them hills. Hopefully that thing I sent you, Junior, works out for you. I really do. They seem like good people. I've been in contact with her for a while. I wish I could get down there and we could work together a day or two with them. That would be fun. But I don't think it's going to happen right now. I got to land. This next job is going to be a hot mess. Oh, it's going to be a hot mess. Wait till you see the mess I got getting myself into on the next one. It's only like 7-8 acres, but it's going to be ugly. That's the one I'm getting in. The one I'm finishing now, I got another day of cutting, day and a half. It's got about 60,000 feet in it. I should have it cut out, dropped and topped in 2 days. Just me felling. So there was a block we cut. I think I videoed some of this last year, early last spring. We cut a chunk for this fellow. He's usually on here, Ohio logger. And did a beautiful cut, nice select cut, managed the forest, took all the beech out, cleaned out, thinned the poplar and thinned some of the red oak. Looked wonderful. Well, they had like one of those, wasn't quite a tornado, wasn't a little more than a thunderstorm kind of thing, straight line winds thing, and it knocked 90% of what we left down. So they're in there picking through that, getting what they can out of that. And then he since then picked the block up next to it, which is still standing timber. It's weird. 200 feet one way or the other. It's like, it makes no sense. One side looks like the woods weren't touched and the other side is just destroyed. And it's a shame because it was a good cut. Now it's, you just look back on it, well, hell, we should have just clear cut it, but how do you know that's going to happen? But either way, it's a nice chunk. There's some big, I might have to break out the 395 tomorrow, Steve. Nice. Very nice, Junior. Found a whole job for sale for no crap. That's cool. Charles Pimkin. Tell you what, guys, I've been laying off the cold sodas. I haven't had no beers in a while. Oh, 300,000 feet left on this. Donald, you got long skids on that job, or is that close skids? Holy crap, we got 96 people on here tonight. That's awesome, guys. Must not have Wade or Dirt Perfect doing a live feed tonight. And if somebody got Fire Captain Tom's, I don't know if David Haley's in there creeping in the background, but text Fire Captain Tom and tell him. For some reason, he doesn't get notifications from me. Oh, no, Scotch ain't fit to drink. Get out of here with that. Scotch is horrible. Ugh. I know some people like it, but I can tell you one that don't, and that's this guy. Last time I drank Scotch was my brother's wedding, and no more. Just wet ground. There he is, folks. David Haley with the wrench. Oh, I messed around with some good stuff too, and I don't like it. Don't like it. So, the driveway video I think is the last of the boring videos. The next one's a bulldozer video, cutting the road. And then we get into the big timber dropping videos. Cut nice timber. Some guys, I say big timber because most of the time I'm cutting junk. And then when I get in nice stuff, it's like, ooh, big timber, you know? And I get slammed all the time. Oh, geez, we grow them 3 times that size out here. And it's, well, whatever, dude. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I couldn't tell you what it was, buddy. Smokey beat the hell out of me. To explain, Pete, about sawmill. My old employer's mill burnt to the ground, and I feel horrible for them guys. Oh, seems like there's a lot of stuff burning to the ground lately. Just like the perfect storm this year. I can't catch up. Shore 83. Dean Parks. Dustin George, what's up, buddy? No, I have not run a carbide tooth Jane. I have not, Dustin George. Just couldn't justify the money. I talked to some people about it, and they said they work when you're cutting in deep snow a lot. Because I guess there's microscopic dirt and snow. I don't know. Dan March, okay, 30,000 board feet in a day. Yes, I did. I most absolutely did. Now, a lot of people call bullshit on that. There's days where I can't get, but maybe 15. It all depends on ground. This ground was dead flat, 1. The timber was spaced nicely, 2. Had a nice lay to it, 3. And the merchantable height was tall, good, 4. So I could run like a banshee. I don't know if he's still on here. MSL seen me cut. He's cut with me, both up here and down home. There's a fellow on here, John Chafin, usually. He could tell you, we cut way more for them, but I didn't have to talk for them guys. For them guys, usually, unless it's something over, 40 inches at the bottom, I don't even have to top it. Just throw it down and then you got the Rotobeck top it. But them guys I've done. The Forester one day said the best, they estimated the one day we did like 39,000 feet one day. 39, and that's on ground like this. I mean, steep. The nice thing about that is you don't have to wedge no trees. So you don't lose time wedging. But we did roughly about 60,000 foot's the job, and I got half of it cut already. So I don't know if I necessarily cut 30, but if you divide the damn thing up in half, it's scaled at 30,000 or 60,000 feet, and I am halfway through. And that's nipping all the small beech and stuff in it. Tell him happy birthday for me, David. I don't know if he's still there. This fellow that asked me, who asked me that? He probably thinks I'm full of shit. That's all right. When that Forester told me 39, I told him your counter's broke. There's no way I cut that much in a day. And he says, you're full of shit. And then they cross-checked it with the trucks that went out. And it's roughly about it. Hi, Justin Martin, Dan March. What size timber? 400 to 600 foot per tree. It's over that a little bit. It's more like 5 to 7. Now, on this top side, there's a couple trees that are pushing 2,500 foot. Big, nasty, ugly red oak. But we don't know if they're going to open up solid or not. I will video those. Oh, shit. I got a message and I don't know how to... Oh, shit. So, I got to try to do something here real quick, folks. So just work with me. I got to do it on the computer, on the tubes on the Facebooky. So just work with me. I'll check it. Now that's just, so the fellow's asking about that much timber. That is just dropping it and topping it. And a lot of it's poplar. It's nice stuff. Very few limbs on it. It's easy cutting. I like it. Don't have to wedge much. You guys will see it in the videos. Or the video. It's coming up soon. So, there it is. I'm sending a message to somebody. Hopefully she answers. They answer. Okay. Okay. Have you ever, that you know of, cut? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Down in West Virginia, absolutely. We did it in 4 days, I think. Hell yeah, we did it in 4 days. We did 90,000 feet in 3 days. We did the top block. John Chafin was on here. It was all poplar. All poplar. And it was big, tall poplar. Nice stuff. It's like 4 sticks. When I say sticks, I mean 16 footers. We're cutting it all into peelers. The roads were benched and he turned me loose on the lowest road and I just went back. There's video of that. Shit, I don't know the name of the videos. That's not that long ago. That was just this spring, guys. So if you go back and look in the spring, you can find those videos. I can't remember. It's working with a West Virginia crew or something. I can't remember what it was. Shit. I was in West Virginia, so you guys got to watch it then. Or this fella, Dan March, can watch it. But that was absolutely, because he told me there was 90,000 feet left on this block. And we did that block in 3 days, and then there was a neighboring chunk that had 15 acres or something, and we had to cut another 20,000 feet out of that. And that was more big poplar and massive, there was some huge white oak we cut in there. Lord, was it huge. Someone's happy birthday. 25-ton black diamond and liking it so far. I know what you're talking about, Steve. Yes, it does. But typical days, 20,000 feet. If I'm just hand cutting, 20,000 feet is typical day. 30, I mean, I'm moving. And the timber's got to be just right. Can you do it every day for the rest of your life? No. You know what I mean? God, you wear out. It might have been Matt Teeple, but that might have been on a different job. This was this spring. I think that video you're talking about was in the previous fall, so last fall. Fall of 28, fall of 2019. No, I never got to it yet, Donald. There you go, Steve Billow, 70,000 a week and is by himself. It's very possible, especially, God, the timber them guys cut out there. Oh, man, and the ground's laid nice. You know, Steve and Wade's timber's even nicer than some of the stuff we was cutting in West Virginia. They get some huge poplar. My Lord, they're huge. And it's on not real steep ground for the most part. I would give my left big toe for a lot like that. I could cut 20,000 a day. Doesn't exist here. Yeah, white oak takes a lot of time to trim. Poplars, if you really want to scream, poplar's where it's at. I got a picture somewhere of working with Pappy, Dale Reynolds, Stump Jumper. We did 35,000 feet in a day. That was incredible, but I didn't have to top most of that stuff either. Most of that, all I had to do was cut, just knock it over. Oh, I couldn't even imagine Justin Martin. Yes, red. I like black oak. Black oak's soft. It cuts so nice. Heavy. That's damn good, Donald, for free, especially for hand bucking too. Now, everybody's saying how much we're doing in a week. When I say that, that's not necessarily saying that much made it to the landing. That's just what I put on the ground. I don't want you to sit here and think, like, oh yeah, you know, one guy cutting and blah, blah, over 100,000 feet a week. No, 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 no. I'm just dropping it. I'm cutting ahead. Just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? Just laying it to it. Driveway turned out good, Mr. Williams. She's packed in good. Now, I checked that SD card and it was erased. I thought I lost that in the dozer footage. So I had some footage on my phone to go with it. I deleted it. Figured, oh, I lost it. Shit, it's gone, blah, blah, blah. And I come home from hunting and I started playing with my SD cards and poof, there it was, just out of nowhere. So, like, I don't know what the hell happened. But either way, I had it. It's kind of whole. I felt there was enough to share it at least. I hope you guys liked it. The channel has not been doing good lately, but I haven't been really keeping up with my videos as best as I could. So that's probably why I lost some viewers and things. MSL, working the ground you work. That's unbearable. Being one person, I couldn't imagine it, my man. Everything you do, you got to cut a road. You got to stop and cut a road everywhere. Matt Teeple, yeah. Hey, you do what you need to do. And there's days that I go out there and I just stink up the joint. Just can't, you know, things don't go right. You break something, you do this, you do that, and, you know, you just got to leave the woods because you're just in a bad mood and whatever. But I mean, when things click and things go right, you can really turn it out. You can really turn it out. Charles Pimpkin wants to know how I started logging. Well, I started logging when I was in high school. I started cutting firewood and selling it. And then I did that all through high school, and sometime at that point I was chasing these guys logging in the area, cutting up cut-offs, tops, whatever I get my hands on. Next thing you know, they were showing me how to drop trees. Well, that was the catalyst. That's what hooked me, when they started showing me how to drop trees. And then when I got into the union in the fall or in the winter, you'd get laid off. And then, so I started cut a piece for a friend here. Like, you know, he had a machine, I cut it, he skid it. And then I cut a piece for another guy. Next thing you know, I started like contracting on the side. And then started doing it a little bit after work during the days in the summer. And then a little bit more in the winter time. And next thing you know, so what the hell am I doing? The union thing's not for me. Nothing bad about it. Just the carpenter thing wasn't for me anymore. I loved the woods and I had to get out to it. So that's how it happened. Billy Shimani, we did have a saw off. We had a saw, we'll do it again, but we had a saw off up here in PA. That was last summer. You have to dig back in the videos. Maybe MSL knows the name of that video. I can't remember. Fire Captain Tom, he's here. Right on, buddy. He's gone already. Damn. Oh, wet weather in Ontario. Man, I bet it is too. Matt Sexton, how old was I? He started when he was 21. I wasn't old enough to drive yet because I remember my father would drive the truck and I'd cut the firewood and load it. So we'd do it on the weekends. I think I was 15. I think I started cutting firewood when I was 15. Started logging when I was 18. Roger Fischel, no, I have not, if you're asking me. Steve, you take care, buddy. Holler at me this week. Alright. I feel like I missed some comments. Oh, if I missed your comments, I'm sorry, fellas. Hit me again if there's a question or something. I'm going to try to rebuild these saws myself. So that was the moral of this whole thing. I grenaded another saw. But we're going to see how that goes. I want to see what it's going to cost. I mean, I'm going to do it either way. Matter of snow and no frost. You know the drill. Oh yeah, it doesn't freeze here in Pennsylvania anymore either. That's kind of what I'm feeling, Mr. Nash. There's a case splitting tool that costs about 90 bucks. I think I'm just going to invest in that because it helps a lot. People say it's worth it. When you split the case, it's not hard, just putting it back together. Justin Martin, no, I just have not had the time. Work slowed down a little bit, so I haven't really had the time to invest I really haven't had the money to invest the time into doing a couple things I need to do it. I have seal kits, look, fresh from Tiger Cat right here. Tiger Cat on the sticker. I got the seal kits. I got some lights for it, some other things. We're getting there. Dustin George, I had 2 brand new ones downstairs. I'm going to probably order another 2 here pretty soon. Once again, it's got to get the coin flowing. Nice. Good pull there, Indiana. Firewood. MSL's thinking about building a saw. He's got to be getting it right about with me. Going through them. 460 mag. Jersey Joshua is from over by Delaware River. I'm on the absolute opposite side of the state, my friend. I'm over by the... I can be in Ohio and West Virginia in a matter of 15, 20 minutes. Yes, it is. They have a crank install tool, too. That helps. Okay. Man, it's chilly for Houston, Dean. Oh my, I'm tired. You guys tired? I gotta get up early. Job's over an hour. It's an hour and 10 hour from home. I can do it less, but we're not going to admit to breaking laws on the internet now, are we? Breaking the law, breaking the law. If Russia were to... Yesterday, my brother... Okay, got that. How old are you? Joel Nash is in his mid-30s. I am 34. I'm on the part above View's cutting. It got even steeper there. I know that. Charles, it's tough to say. Average, I do anywhere from about 20 to 100 acres. That's usually what I like to do as me. Any more than that, it's too daunting. It's just too much for one guy. But that last job we come off, it was over 250 acres. It's huge, but there's a hot saw crew working in there. The area I was working was only about 100 acres. I've thought about it, ALL Firewood, but I know for a while there he said he wasn't doing saws for people. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta try to get in touch with him sometime. And I did see that too, Justin Martin. Jersey Joshua. And I mean, we might cross paths someday, buddy. It ain't that far. It's 5 hours. I'm over that way every once in a while. Junebugs in Hatfield, McCoy territory. Okay, so Dan March wants to know if I get by the board foot or if I get daily rate. Usually when I work in West Virginia, I do day rate. That's just the deal I worked with that company. I'm over in Ohio's by the board foot. Don't ask me prices, because it's just some things you don't divulge on the internet. Nope, no 500i for me, my friend. Not saying they're not good saws. Not saying Still's a good saw, bad saw. Not saying Husky's a bad saw. I don't want a saw with a computer in it. I'm not saying they don't run good. I'm not saying they don't cut good. I personally don't want one. I don't do well with electronics. I don't want one. Joel Nash 30 on the dart. 3rd gen in login. Sawdust is wedge in the heart, lol. I loaded that load of maple in the dark with one light that was... You goofball. The biggest one I've ever been on was 600 acres, and I thought we would never get it all hauled. Oh, I can only imagine. That's just, it's so overwhelming for me. Now, we don't have a lot of big tracks like that in my area. You gotta go up northern towards my camp, you get into the huge tracks. You get into the Collins Pine owns immense tracks like that. Collins Pine, Matson has big timber land holdings up that way. There's a bunch of timber companies, but the big ones are Matson and Collins Pine. Yeah, I'm just not big in it. Donald Umpleby, or Woodcutter, he's in 372, 390 all day long. They're good saws, man. I really wish the emissions police would get the hell off these I mean, for God's sakes, it's a frickin' chainsaw, man. Like, back off. Just leave. I mean, they make a good product. The original 372 was incredible. And then now they're into this X-Torque crap, which I don't care for. The original 372 lasted me 10 years. 10 years. Put a jug and a piston in it. 10 years. Now, I get 1 year and 6 months out of a Husky. And you got to run it at 41 or more. 41, 32 to 1. You cannot run it at the ratio they want you to run it at because it burns the seals out of them. Because the fuel these days suck. They're burning them too lean because they're trying to make sure the fuel burns off and doesn't smoke. It's just a load of shit. But unfortunately, I got to shovel that load. $55, drink a cup of turpentine every game. Oh. Yes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh. Tuck into them saws. There's nothing scary in there. You don't really need the splitter if you're careful, but they do make it easier and more reliable. Thank you, Travis. But the injector is expensive. Roger Fisher works for Blue Ridge Lumber, Fisherville, Virginia. You know, it's kind of like when something's new, I don't really, it just, the bugs ain't out of it. Well, jury's not out on it. I personally think the 372 has more power than the 572. The 372 spins up nice, it runs nice, but I personally think the 372 just has more back end power, more lug to just draw through. I'm not saying the 572 is a bad saw. I'm not. I'm not saying it doesn't cut good. Because I got slammed from so many people. Oh, I own one, it cuts fine, you would love it, blah, blah, blah. I just don't want someone with a computer in it, man. I'm sorry. There's just some shit in this world that does not need electronics in it. It just doesn't. That's my opinion. It ain't worth shit. So you can take it for what you want. Yep, I heard that. 275 acre track over half a mile pole. Oh, you were lucky, Charles. This last one we came off from the back corner where we pulled from, and that's not even the farthest drag yet. There's 90 acres beyond that. From the farthest point, now they have to switch because there's a gas line. They got to come around from a different direction now. And we hit a geographical feature created by man about 100 years ago, i.e. high wall, that we can't get down across because it's rock. And I can't cut a road through it. So, in water, there's a big swamp. Either way, we were pushing 1.25 mile, 1.3 mile skids. I mean, it's getting to the point where you're losing whatever profit you're making in fuel getting it there. Oh shit, there we go. Do you run non-ethanol fuel? No, I do not. I run the regular fuel oil firewood because I can't get non-ethanol around me right here. But I do run a fuel conditioner in it, the ethanol killer or whatever it is. It's supposed to take it out of it. I don't know if it does or not. Yeah, yep, Dave. I'll stick to my ported 460 mag with a 36-inch bar and full wrap handle. Attaboy, buddy. Too many people sitting in office coming up with ideas that have no idea and no real world experience. Nail on the head, Roger. Whoa. I wouldn't be a part of a 600-acre tract. I wouldn't want to be a part of a 600-acre tract, be a never-ending job. You ain't. Now, if you had multiple landings, that's not bad. If you could break it up to where your skids were always a half-mile skid and less, it wouldn't be bad. But just when it's like, here's your chunk, and this is where the timber all has to go. Poop to that. Ethanol-free gas, highest octane I can get. Very nice, woodcutter. Let's see. Nice. Okay. See, now the difference, MSL is talking about a 130-acre tract that he's going to retire on. Now the reason, because if you took MSL's tract and it's 130 acres, but if you hammered that ground flat, it'd probably be 500 acres. Because it's like this, all of it. Here, another one here, another one up here. I know that because I've been on it. I've seen it. I cut trees there. Looks like Sexton Excavating Logging is doing a little TSI work. Justin Martin Husky realized they were burning their own bridge. Nathan had to send the 372s back by the semi-load so they stay in business. When the shop I deal with gets them in, I order 4 of them, so if they stop making them, I will have 372 till I die. MLH, what's up, buddy? ISX Cummins, how you doing, man? I like those pictures you put on of your daughter shooting a deer. That was really cool on the Facebook. I like that. Roger Fishel's out. Yeah, well, we'll see, LL Firewood, because what are you going to build all the green weenie stuff out of? We're not getting into that. That's, like I said, it's not this page is about, but I hear you. We run 2 630E and try average 15 to 20 loads a day. If we get over half our average job, absolutely. Little shit, yeah. Nice. Hey, Brian, how are you doing, buddy? I like that sign you put up, man. That was pretty cool. I like that. That was all right, man. Out the shop. So, you guys got questions? From the landing to where I'm cutting is probably 1,000 yards, but I got to skid 4 or 5 times that to get around SMZ. Oh yeah, you gotta love that crap. If you're in Indiana around Bloomington, Richard Small Engines has 372 XP. That's when I got mine. Thank you. I believe Stalls has them. Cutting fairways for Frisbee golf course, taking long ass poles. It sucks. I'm going to be down your way this weekend. Wait, who are you talking to, MSL? Oh, Brian. Okay. I'm going to say, yeah. No, I have not had the wheel cutter out yet. I just haven't had the time and the money to. Been hunting, and work slowed down, so that means money slowed down, and you know the thing. I live next to Allentown and get airplane fuel and have a Sunoco with 90 octane ethanol free. I get $4 a gallon. Yes, MSL's Brian. Okay. Well, where are we at in time? 50 minutes. You guys got any questions? Did I miss any comments? We might be doing a little giveaway in the next couple videos here, so pay attention to them if I can. Oh, MLH, you lucky terror. I'm coming out hunting with you. I want to get me a Schuylkill County buck. All righty, Joel, you take care. All right, yeah, still thinking about a sweatshirt. I am, minus the money, dude. Oh, good sweatshirts are about $25 a piece. Plus the embroidery is going to put them up to about, you got to figure after shipping the shirts to me, and then, or to the embroiderer, and then get them in, screen printed, not embroidered, but screen printed, silk screen, whatever that shit is. And then by the time I ship them to you, they're going to be about $35, $36. So, I mean, I'm going to have to cough up, you got to get quite a few sizes. You got to get quite a few, so I'm going to be coughing up a $600 bill to get them damn things made. So, money's just a little tight right now. It's not bad. Like, I'm not in a bad way or anything, but it's like I got more important things I kind of need to spend it on. There's going to be some big changes around the house here. I got to change some shit around here. I got to do some things around here. And then I got the cutter and, what weather, you don't know what the hell's going to happen, so. See Andy Cobb, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Great video earlier too, I seen. Thank you, Brian. Dean, I just haven't got to the wheel cutter yet. It's still sitting up at Pappy's. Absolutely. If I get up there, I will. Yeah, the weather sucks. Shut up, David. There he comes in, poking the bear. The bear. I'll tell your wife. See you, Junebug. All right. Well, we're at 54, 55 minutes. I think we should shut her down here. This is a pretty good live feed. I didn't expect to have this many people on here. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all your comments. You guys leave some of the greatest comments. Honestly, it's worth it. It doesn't matter if you make money at this or anything like that. It's just the comments and the people you meet. MLH, we will see you. Woodcutter, Billy, all you guys, Aldreski, everybody. Y'all take care. Zuki 4x4, hey, what's up, buddy? Just wanted to say hi. I didn't see you hiding in there. I'd like to do, speaking of that, I'd like to do another, possibly, like I said, I'm going to have a giveaway, like a guess the footage getaway. And see Woodcutter. And thinking about maybe doing another silent auction for the Eastern loggers, if I can. I got to try to get with Wade and some of these other guys and come up with some neat ideas to put everything together to make up a good pile of goodies that we can sign auctioning off again and give all the money to the boys at Eastern Loggers for their what they do with the cancer and the gas cards and stuff. So hopefully that's a possibility. I got to talk to Vern and Wade and everybody I can that wants to pitch in for that. So, but all right, that's just keep your notifications on. Next video I think is a dozer video, and then we're going to be straight into the nice timber videos. So hopefully they keep, and then the dumpster fire that is the next job I'm going on to. So we'll see what happens. Alrighty, I was reading a comment, but y'all take care. And hey, as always, don't let your meat loaf.